In life, there comes a moment when we must face the truth about ourselves. A moment when excuses stop working and reality stands right in front of us. For some people, that moment changes everything. This is the story of the day a young man stopped making excuses. Daniel was a talented young man with big dreams. Ever since he was a child, he imagined himself achieving something great in life. He often told his friends that one day he would build a successful career and make his family proud. But as the years passed, Daniel's dreams slowly began to fade. Every time an opportunity came, Daniel had an excuse. When his friends suggested learning a new skill, Daniel said, "I'll start next month. I'm too busy right now." When his parents encouraged him to work harder, he replied, "The timing isn't right yet." When others succeeded, he quietly told himself they were lucky. Days turned into months. Months turned into years. Daniel spent most of his time scrolling on his phone, watching videos, and thinking about what he could do someday. Deep down, he knew he was capable of more, but excuses had become his comfort zone. One evening, Daniel met his old school friend, Alex. Alex had once been an average student, someone Daniel never expected to succeed. But now, Alex looked confident and successful. Curious, Daniel asked him, "How did you change your life so much?" Alex smiled and replied calmly, "I stopped making excuses." Daniel laughed at first. The answer sounded too simple. But Alex continued, 3 years ago, my life was a mess. I blamed my family, my situation, my lack of money, even bad luck. But one day, I realized something important." Daniel leaned forward and asked, "What did you realize?" Alex said, "Excuses don't solve problems. They only delay success." Those words stayed in Daniel's mind the entire night. When he went home, he sat alone in his room, thinking about his life. For the first time, he asked himself an honest question. Am I really unlucky, or am I just making excuses? Suddenly, memories rushed through his mind. He remembered the opportunities he had ignored, the courses he never started, the goals he postponed again and again. And the painful truth slowly became clear. His biggest obstacle was not his situation. His biggest obstacle was himself. That night, Daniel made a decision that would change his life forever. He said to himself, "From tomorrow, no more excuses." The next morning, Daniel woke up earlier than usual. Instead of checking his phone, he opened his laptop and began learning a skill he had always been interested in. The first few days were difficult. There were moments when his old habits tried to pull him back. Sometimes he felt tired, sometimes he felt frustrated, and sometimes his mind whispered the same old excuses. "You can start tomorrow. You're not ready yet. Maybe this isn't for you." But each time, Daniel remembered Alex's words, "Excuses only delay success." So he kept going, day after day, week after week. Slowly, something began to change. Daniel became more disciplined, more focused, more confident. 6 months later, Daniel had improved more than he ever imagined. He had learned new skills, started small projects, and even began earning money from his work. But the biggest change was not his success. The biggest change was his mindset. He was no longer the man who waited for the perfect moment. He had become the man who created his own opportunities. One day, Daniel met his old school friend, Alex. This time, Daniel smiled and said, "You were right." Alex asked, "About what?" Daniel replied, "Excuses were the only thing holding me back." Alex nodded and said something powerful. Success doesn't come to the most talented people. It comes to the people who refuse to quit. That day, Daniel understood an important truth. Everyone has dreams. Everyone has goals. but not everyone is willing to take responsibility for their life. Many people wait for the perfect time, the perfect opportunity, or the perfect conditions. But the truth is, the perfect time never comes. Success begins the day we stop blaming others, the day we stop waiting, the day we stop making excuses. And that day can be today. Because the biggest difference between successful people and everyone else is simple. Successful people take action. So if you have dreams, if you have goals, stop waiting, stop doubting, and most importantly, stop making excuses. Start today. Work hard, stay focused, and one day the world will look at you and say, "That was the day everything changed." If you believe this message can inspire someone, don't forget to like and share this video, and subscribe to our channel for more powerful life stories. Because sometimes one story can change a life.